Hello, everyone. I'm Jesus, and welcome to the next episode of the Road to Old School MTG. In this episode, I have just one package, but somewhat important, at least for personal reasons. I have four foreign white bordered Serendib Efreet cards with the original artwork. So I have four from Revise, which are pretty cheap. They're like $5 to $10 each. So I could definitely kept on playing them, but I really dig the real Serendip Efreet art. But I, I didn't want to shell out so much money for something that I already technically had, right? I already have four revised ones. I didn't need to have these, but I would have preferred, just to keep with the old school, vibe of having the actual cards and it just doesn't feel, like I'm playing our Serendipity Free when I played the revised ones. So I just splurged a little on this package here. So I should have four of them. They came from France. So I'm going to first start off by showing off the purchase I made of these cards. So I bought it off eBay. So I have four listings here, all from the same seller. And he had a couple extra ones, right? So I just bought basically the four cheapest ones he had. So they range from the most expensive, €62, good to played condition. Then there's a €55 played condition, 55 played, 59 a little bit better played, right? So with it definitely, so the played is in played condition, all of these, with one slightly up to good, right? So he did provide actual scans, which is nice. From afar, just from here, it looks like he just did a generic photo of the card, but he actually took the time to, well, this person took the time to scan. So yeah, definitely look played, but also, I mean, looks decent. The worst thing about them, that at least from the images, it's maybe more dirty than anything else. So this is actually the most expensive one. €62. So basically, whatever the prices you saw is the price of the in American dollars, right? So pretty 1-to-1 ratio there. Right, so yeah, you see this one has a bit more edge dirt wear also, right? But yeah, this one definitely has more wear, right? So that's why it's a little cheaper, like $8 cheaper, and so forth, right? So just to be concise, let me put all of these up. I believe with shipping and fees, so it was basically $250. Oh yeah, this one's definitely has a lot more. I'm surprised it's still the same price as the other one. This one, yeah, and even has a little. So yeah, this one is definitely more worn out than the other ones. But still, I mean, it's still acceptable, especially for original art Serendip Efreets. This one looks decent. So definitely, I mean to touch up on the front white border and clean up, whatever I can while not damaging the card. I've been practicing that with other cheaper cards. So I'm pretty confident I can, make an improvement, right? It's not gonna be, it's not a professional touch up or anything. And these are cheap enough that, like I don't mind, you know, doing this process, and I don't think I'm gonna be missing out on much if I mess up or anything, right? Yeah, full price after, with, well, I guess maybe I can go to that. Well, all right. Let's see. So these are all, yeah, there's no, final price, as a order, or at least I can't find it. But I remember it was like around 250, 260 range, right? So definitely pretty decent for 4 Serendip Efreets in plate condition. So 2 of them are French, 2 of them are Italian. All right, so let's open these up. So I put this here as to hide the info, personal details, and so forth. Okay. There we go. So just a bubble mailer. There we go, nothing else. So it's facing each other. And this is seems like there's 2 top loaders back to back here. And the seller has huge amount of feedback, so I'm confident I got what I did. So they're facing each other, so there's definitely 4 of them. Woohoo! Efreets, Serendip, so these are Volare. Man, they look good. The back, definitely more worn, but I mainly care about the front. Man, they look nice. So I believe these are like revised equivalent, although they seem more colorful. Efreets, Serendip. Volant. So very, very nice. French one is the ones here with the extra flavor text. So I think one of the French one is the one that was listed as the more expensive, and then the other one was actually one of the second most. So the 2 French ones are technically more expensive than the 2 Italian ones. So let's see if that made a difference at all in terms of what I got. Oof, look at this one. This one is jacked up. At least on the back. The 2 Italian ones on the back look way better than this one. So I'm surprised this one. And I think that was the one I mentioned that was pretty bad, or maybe not. I'm looking through the. Yep, it's visible. So I'm just comparing what I'm seeing here to what was posted. There it is. That's front looks decent. Back is jacked up. At least, physical, the card itself is, intact, just has the corner edge was tucked by something. But yeah, the front looks very solid. And like I said, this is what I am mainly caring about. But that's pretty bad. I think the price should have been lower, at least compared to these 2. But I know certain foreign cards are worth more than others. Why? That I'm not sure of. So I'm just inspecting the card. Seems very, very thin, very flimsy. So I'm a little worried here. But maybe it's because I'm losing my touch. That I don't touch unsleeved cards much anymore. Everything's sleeved up. Oh no, definitely, yeah. I feel the resistance. This one is chunkier than this one, right? Doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with it. I am very ignorant to condition of these foreign cards. I have a couple, but barely, and I haven't even done much inspecting of them, right? Like noticing the difference. So I definitely noticed difference in terms of the card stock. But the seller is extremely reputable, so I'm not really This is more of an observation than anything else. I see a little kind of little indentations on the card itself here from just was almost like from the back, like a piece of pencil was protruding to this side. But I don't see anything in the back, so it's kind of like weird. And that's the one that's all jacked up here. But you gotta really, put it in a, through the, in a certain angle to see that. It's by the smoke, by the steam. But honestly, all like I'm surprised. I'm seeing some dirt here, and I know this camera's not the best. Sorry about that. But I thought I was gonna have to clean. Honestly, these look perfectly fine just to put straight into sleeves. I mean, they came in sleeves, right? Like I said, the back they're definitely in plate condition. You can see the plate in the back, and this one, I think it's more than plate. I think it's heavy plate by this point. But the front is very solid. It's a little off center, this particular one. This one is, so this is the most expensive one out of all of them. And yeah, I can see it is pretty solid on the back and very nice on the front. So these two are cheaper. I think they look in better condition than this one though. But like I said, it could be has to do the price difference with the language. All right, very, very happy. So for 250-ish, I finally got my 4 Serendib Efreets. Now this feels like I actually have Serendib Efreets. Finally. So with the other ones, what I'm planning to do is plan to just give them away. Like it's not that much money that I'm looking to get anything out of it. It's just, and I don't really want to keep them. I mean, I guess I could maybe one for my singleton deck, right? I mean, I'm not using it currently. I don't play blue in my singleton deck, but I could, and then some. We'll see. I mean, but I do plan on giving them away. Right? May just I keep one of them and just do the other 3. We'll see. But it's not, it's just not worth my time. And I'd rather, just give them away to within my play group. If not, I'll put it into the main Facebook old school for anybody that kind of been wanting to try Serendib Efreets, but like they're not super, committed to it. But if they had the cards, maybe they would have, kind of tried out a little bit. So we'll see who takes them, if anybody. But very cool video today. Very cool cards, and very nice price. I'm glad I pulled the trigger on this. This is strictly cosmetic. This is strictly just to invoke more of the original old school feeling as I'm playing with the Serendib Efreets, as opposed to the other ones. Now playing with these, feels more authentic. The other one, that the image, compared to what it does, is just there was a mismatch, right? It's just because that art is for a different card, if Efreet, right? So for that card, that art, it seems fine. But for this one, it's just this is this 3/4 flyer for 3 mana that implies aggression, and plus with the negative even more so, right? Just you get some kind of a negative effect out of it, but the positive is supposed to outweigh, right? So it's a struggle between those 2 elements, but definitely aggression is there, honestly, as the attacker and even as the player casting it. So this art definitely invokes that feeling way more. So pretty happy to have him. From now on, these are the ones I'll be using whenever I'm using Serendip Efreets. All right, guys, short video today. Thank you for watching.